Hey guys, welcome back to another comparison video in War Tycoon, and today I'm going to be comparing the two types of air vehicles in War Tycoon, and of course, I'm talking about planes and helicopters. Man, who does this guy think he is? Bro, what is this guy doing here? So everyone knows there's two main types of air vehicles, helicopters and planes, and I have seen quite a few people in my comment section talking about, oh, I like planes more, but I like helicopters more. And I'm here to finally settle that debate by comparing planes to helicopters in War Tycoon. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to be going over in today's comparison is air-to-air combat, because, well, obviously, that's probably where you're going to be using your planes or using your helicopters the most, is when you're trying to take out other helicopters or planes. So as you can see, I found this dude. I'm literally in the first plane you unlock in the game. As you can see, this absolutely chews through him, and yeah, we were able to absolutely take out an Apache almost instantly. And keep in mind, this is without using a plane like an F-14 or an A-10 Warthog. Alright, so we have somebody trying to raid my base. I'm gonna hop in the basic plane once again to prove just how much better they are than helicopters. Bro, this guy thought he could land. Alright. Yo, the damage is it. And we had destroyed him. I mean, we had a little bit of help from our anti-air turret, but as you could see, my plane did so much damage to that guy. He did not stand any bit of a chance. So honestly, I'm obviously gonna have to give a point here to the planes, considering how I can absolutely annihilate pretty much every helicopter in the game that isn't Robux. And probably I could even take out the Robux helicopters with the most basic plane in the game. And as you could see, we took out a third helicopter in a row. But anyways, time to move on to the next bit of comparison in today's video. Alright, so the next comparison we're going to be going over is air-to-ground combat. So this is how well your helicopter or your plane can take out ground targets. I'm talking tanks like this guy here. And as you can see, we absolutely destroyed that dude on the bridge. I'm going to be completely honest. That's something that only a helicopter could really do, because planes, they have to be moving forward. So it is very difficult to take out bridges with planes. But obviously, air-to-ground combat does not just mean taking out tanks on bridges. It also means just taking out other ground vehicles. So as you can see, we have this dude here. And as you can see, we're absolutely lighting him up, crossing the bridge. And we destroyed this dude. And that was another example of something that would be a lot harder to do when you're in a plane. And that is because planes, the developers still haven't even fixed the handling in planes, which makes it so difficult to shoot moving targets because, well, you can't make small adjustments. But anyways, I'll at least try to give planes a shot in air-to-ground combat. So let me just jump off. So let me just hop in a plane and then, well, we'll do a comparison there. Alright, so I'm in the F-14, and as you can tell, the main issue with flying an F-14 around is that when you're trying to get somebody who's in the city, well, because you have to keep going really fast and you can't just hover like you can in a helicopter, it's really hard to get a good shot on people. But as you can see, you can still hit a few lock-ons if, well, they leave the city for whatever reason, like this guy did. Oh, I see someone down there. I'm gonna go and try and get him, even though we have a helicopter on our tail. I still think I can try to take him out. Shoot, bro, I'm missing like every single shot. I might just hit another strafe on this guy, but like, oh, and we're stalling. And pull up, pull up, pull up. I mean, as you can see, you can get kills with planes on ground targets, but it's generally pretty difficult, especially compared to helicopters, because with planes, you have to keep moving, and as I said, the small adjustments are difficult. So honestly, I'm probably going to have to give that point to the helicopters. So anyways, now it is 1 point for the planes, 1 point for the helicopters. But anyways, now we're moving on to what is probably my favorite topic, even though it might not be the most important. I'm talking about raiding speed or raiding capabilities. And so I'm just going to find some random person's base. I mean, I don't think it really matters. I just want to show you how much better the planes are in War Tycoon than the helicopters when it comes to raiding. So I'm gonna see how long it takes to destroy someone's shield in a plane. Alright, and as you can see, taking out that full health shield, that took, I think, like even just around 10, maybe 11 seconds, which is crazy fast. 10 seconds to take out someone's shield. And keep in mind, of course, I did that with the most basic plane again, just to show you how crazy overpowered it is. Alright, so anyways, I got the little bird out, and I'm ready to take down the shield once more. And boom. Now, as you can see, that was longer. And by longer, I mean that took 3 times as long with a helicopter than with a plane. And you guys might be saying, oh, but maybe the alligator helicopter could take it out faster, or maybe the Apache could take it out faster. It might be able to take it out a little bit faster, but not 3 times faster. And especially considering I compared it to the worst plane in the game, a plane that doesn't even have rockets. So anyways, that's gonna be a giant win for the planes and another point. But anyways, now moving on to the 4th and final comparison in today's video, and that is going to be talking about the health of the helicopter. So as you can see, we grabbed what is supposedly the highest health helicopter in the game. But yeah, this is supposed to have, I think, 1000 HP. So anyways, I'm gonna measure that with a G36. Alright, so as you guys could tell, that took around 3.5 magazines from the G36 in order to take out the highest health helicopter in the game. But one thing that's a little bit interesting is that I took the worst plane. This thing is supposed to have 450 health, which is supposed to be less than half of what the Huey has. And yet, look at what happens if I try to take it out with the G36. As you can see, even with half the health, that took pretty much 4 whole magazines, which means that it took more bullets to destroy the plane than it did to destroy the Huey, even though the Huey is supposed to have twice the HP. And honestly, that does not make too much sense to me. And I don't know a better way to test this, because even using something like the Stinger, if you shoot this plane in the back, as you can see, that did like just around a quarter health. But then if I go and shoot it from the front, that did like over half health. So honestly, I don't know a better way to test this, but from what I can see, which is just based off of what is on the War Tycoon wiki, the A10 Warthog has pretty much the same health as the Huey. So combining that with the weird testing I'm getting, I'm just gonna give that a tie, which is going to be a point for both of them. So anyways, that's it for today's video. I think that helicopters ended up with 2 points and the planes ended up with 3. So very close. Personally, I prefer planes in this game just because they're more fun to fly. Even though developers still haven't figured out how to make them aim right, they're still pretty fun to use and probably a lot better than the helicopters. But anyways, that's just me. So anyways, make sure to tell me whether you prefer planes or helicopters down in the comments below. But anyways, that's it for today's video. So make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.